Hi, Terry. How have you been since our last appointment?
Hi, I've been doing pretty good.
How's your COPD and your shortness of breath and all the symptoms?
That's been pretty tough to kind of cope with. I mean, I'm definitely shorter of breath than I used to being, and especially when I go upstairs, that's hard too.
Okay. Is your albuterol inhaler helping at all?
Yeah, it helps a little bit, but it's definitely not how I used to breathe. But I mean, I always carry that with me and use it frequently.
Okay. How's all of your depression and all that?
That's been doing pretty good. I mean, I think I've come a long way since we've started, and I've been coming into the clinic. I feel pretty good about how that's going so far.
How do you cope with most of it when you're feeling depressed?
I definitely use like a support system of my friends. A few of my close friends are aware of the situation, and so they're really there for me, and if I need to talk to somebody, and they're there to talk to.
Yeah, has your support group been helping you a lot?
Yeah, that has too, and because they all know how it's like. Where my friends, they may not know, but they all know and they've been through it, so.
Right, it's really easy to compare your lives with them and talk about kind of how that depression affects their lives, and it's really easy to empathize with each other, so that's nice to go to those groups. I think those really help.
I do too.
So do you mind if we discuss a little bit about your smoking?
No, that's fine.
Okay, I just want to know about how much the quantity and patterns of your smoking, when you find yourself smoking the most, throughout the days and stuff like that. If you could talk a little bit about that.
Well, I usually smoke 2 packs of Camel cigarettes a day. They're unfiltered. And I usually do it while I'm at work during a lot of breaks, and then when I come home too, just to kind of relieve stress of the day, and because I do get stressed out at work, so smoking during those breaks helps relieve that stress and when I get home.
Are there a group of people at work that go on smoke breaks often?
Yeah, there's about 5 of us, and
okay,
we all smoke together.
Okay, do you know anyone else in your work that doesn't smoke and does other things during those breaks?
Yeah, there are a good number of people that don't smoke, and they'll sit outside and just kind of catch up or go on a little walk. So
I know that during my breaks at work, I like to, since the weather is especially getting nicer and stuff, I like to go outside and walk around the parking lot or go call one of my friends and catch up or just enjoy the weather while you can. Do you think the smoking is interfering with your COPD?
Yeah, I think it definitely doesn't help it at all.
Right.
Because after I smoke and then if I walk upstairs, that's, heavier. I notice the COPD a lot more.
Yeah. And I know that's a hard thing to have, depression and COPD, because you're using the smoking to cope with the depression and to help the stress and all that. But it's definitely detrimental to your COPD. I mean, you're having the shortness of breath, the sinus infections, the chronic cough.
Yeah. And
smoking just makes all of that worse. Unfortunately, I know it can help a lot with the stress and stuff, and I know it's a highly addictive thing, and I know it's really hard. But do you mind if we can talk a little bit more about how much you're ready to quit and stuff like that?
Sure.
Okay, this is just called a readiness ruler, and from 0 to 10, not now means, or 0 means not now. You're not ready to quit at all. You haven't thought about it. You don't want to. 10 is now, you're ready to quit tomorrow. You're ready to quit smoking and move on with your life. So where do you think that you are in quitting smoking?
Probably about a 2. I don't know if I'm ready to quit right now, but I've given it a little bit of thought, but not much.
Yeah, and how important do you think it is for you to quit?
I think there's a lot of good things about quitting. I have a 10-year-old niece, and my brother doesn't like me to hang out with her when I'm smoking, so that really kind of limits the amount that I can hang out with her, and I want to be a role model for her because I don't want her to get into smoking. Also, my dad had lung cancer, and he was a heavy smoker, and he died at 66, and I think that's too young to die, and I really would like to live longer than that.
Yeah, definitely. So you would say about an 8 or a 9 for importance?
Yeah, I know it's important, but I think it's going to be really hard.
Yeah, for sure. I know exactly how you feel. I mean, I know it's really hard to quit smoking, and it is a very addictive thing, and I mean, so many people do it, and you're around people all the time doing it, and just the smell can trigger your cravings for it, and especially if you're feeling depressed and you're feeling stressed out at work, I mean, that's like the number one go-to thing. You have a pack in your pocket, you're ready to go, and that's just your go-to thing, and it has been for years for you. But I think with the COPD and definitely your like family history, I think it would be very helpful for you to start making little short-term goals to try to cut down on that, because it would definitely positively impact your health. So, do you want to discuss a few like short-term options we could do? I mean, I know the first thing you could start doing is definitely cut back on the amount you're smoking. So I know it's 2 packs a day. What do you think you could cut down to?
Yeah, I think maybe like a pack a day, because I think just stopping altogether would be really hard, and I think I would probably sink back into my depression, and that's something that I really don't want to do.
Yeah.
So maybe like a pack a day would be a starting goal for me.
And then I really think that definitely quitting smoking altogether, that is your stress reliever, and I think you need to substitute that for different stress relievers. So maybe just going on those walks with other people, maybe having one smoke break a day at work, and going on walks with the rest of the people, the rest of the breaks that you guys get. Or maybe getting yourself involved. Do you have any hobbies that you like to do?
Yeah, I have a friend that is really into running, and I think eventually I would like to try like a 5K.
Yeah.
And so maybe talking with her and trying to get into those habits that she has, and trying that out.
Or like things that you like to do with your niece. Is there anything, like, does she play any sports that you could go to her events or anything?
Yeah, she plays soccer, and I really like going to her games, and she's a good soccer player.
Definitely,
so.
you could go. I just really think going to her soccer games and being there for her, that's a really good positive environment for you to go to, and it'll definitely get your mind off of depression, and definitely, I mean, you're not going to smoke at her soccer games, you know what I mean? So I think that'll definitely be a good stress reliever, and it'll mean a lot to her. So do you have any other short-term goals you want to talk about, or?
Maybe just like when I do get the cravings or I do feel stressed, maybe just kind of keeping my mind on something else and finding something else to do, like you said, to substitute for it, I think is a really big thing. So I think I would want to try that, and I think that would really help.
Right, and just talking about how your patterns, you said you smoke 2 packs a day and you want to start smoking 1 pack a day. If you don't have the access, if you don't buy 2 packs a day, then you won't have the access to them. So I really think that if you just buy 1 pack a day, and that's what you're going to limit yourself to, I think just really weaning yourself off of it will really help.
Yeah, I think so too.
And do you care if we have an appointment in about 2 weeks to talk about things? And
yeah.
Okay, and within that time, I just really want you to work on those short-term goals, even if it makes to-do lists in your phone or whatever it takes. I just really want you to work on those short-term goals, because it looks like you really feel the importance to stop quitting.
Yeah.
Or stop smoking.
Yeah, thanks. Sounds good.
Okay, sounds good, Terry. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.